Controversy again, and Shafiqur Rahman Burke, of course, the BSP MP who walked out from Parliament when that song was playing. Before this breaking news, Surajit, we were discussing how a convent-educated Muslim, perhaps, and maybe a madrasa-educated Muslim, they have two different kind of perceptions. Then, do you think even if an educated Muslim, because of his education and his reasoning, still decides that he will not, in fact, treat this song as he treats the national anthem, do you think then it could be a problem then?
For that matter, why not Hindus who are atheists, or Hindus who are rationalists, or Christians or Sikhs for that matter? There can be a section of the population, howsoever negligible, which can say that they have all the respect for the nation, but they do not see it as a mother in any other form. So that is why I am saying that a process of reconciliation has to be initiated across the country, and that should involve all the different views related to the matter. It is not only a dialogue between Muslims who agree and Muslims who disagree, it also has other parties to the dispute.
I want to get Sudesh onto this. It's not just the Muslims though. Sikhs have also objected to it from point to point, time and time again. Do you think that Surajit has a point? There should be a national reconciliatory sort of a round the table talk.
Yeah, of course, that's a very good suggestion, and that should be done in the larger interest of the country. But at the same time, Arthur, when we are discussing this thing, we should not forget that, you see, we have A.R. Rahman, who has popularized Vandemataram and taken to all the homes in this country like no one else did, with his song that became, actually a national anthem kind of thing. Every young man was, singing that song. So if there was a problem, and I know some of the ulemas who were there with us, they were saying that if he could do, what is the problem? So I don't see it as a problem of Muslim or Hindus. I see it as a problem of some people who are trying to use this, to settle their personal scores, and trying to use religion to bring in, to get some political mileage out of it. And in the case of this MP also, which is the reason for this controversy, I told you, Sambal has 28% Muslims. So is he trying to achieve that consolidation there?
So the politicizing issue, basically it falls off. A.R. Rahman is a practicing Muslim who prays 5 times a day. The religiosity of the thing, it just falls off on the wayside there.
Sudesh reminds me of two different aspects about this issue. First of all, if bowing really is a problem, during the Mughal Empire, why did Muslims have no objection to the culture or the practice of Kurnish? They bowed before the emperor, until the person was at the sight of the emperor, till he exited from the main entrance, he kept bowing.
And why only that? You see, modern, he is BSP MP. I'll tell you, when you go to the BSP, you have to say Jai Bhim. What is this Jai Bhim? You can't be a part of the BSP without saying Jai Bhim. And when Mayawati sits on a higher pedestal. So there also some sort of, worship is there. So are you saying that you're not doing all those things?
In that case, in that particular case, Sudesh, he had objected, the same MP had objected to that, and then he was told by the party high command that it was not binding on all members. So perhaps that's what had cooled him down.
That's what we are saying, that when the Vandemataram is not binding, you just stand up, don't say it's fine.
At least respect that.
Yes, and the other aspect that I wanted to bring to focus was that another very sad aspect about the subdivisions of Muslim demography is that a majority of Muslims in the whole Indian subcontinent are Barelvis. A.R. Rahman also happens to be a Barelvi, but they are under a vice-like grip of Deobandis. Deobandis are very few in this country, but they exercise tremendous control and writ over the larger Barelvi population. Now, all the Muslims who visit dargahs, who believe in peers, I believe they do not have an objection to Vandemataram. It is the Deobandis who have an objection, and this institutionalized, I would say, a kind of slavery.
Semi-Wahhabi kind of a thing.
Yes, you call it Wahhabi or Salafi, it is that kind of extreme anti-idolatry position which verges on politics. And why it is politics? The issue of secularism also comes in. the Indian state practices such a convoluted version of secularism that it gives the people this idea that every time they can make a political issue out of a communal thing.
Sudesh hit the nail on the head when he said that 28% of the voters in Sambal are Muslim, and that perhaps could be the main driving force behind his behavior. Of course, let's catch you up on what really happened. Shafiqur Rahman Bark, of course, walking out while Vandemataram was playing in Parliament. This is how it happened. This is what people had to say about it.
जहाँ तक वंदे मातरम का ताल्लुक है, इस्लाम के खिलाफ है। वो पहले भी हम कह चुके हैं और सारा मुसलमान इसको लाइक नहीं करता। मतलब ये कि इस्लाम मजहब के एतबार से कोई भी चीज हम सिवाय अल्लाह के किसी दूसरी के आगे नहीं झुक सकते, सिर्फ अल्लाह के आगे झुक सकते हैं हम। तो इसलिए ये अगर सियासत में भी कोई ऐसी बात है जो इस्लाम की मजहब और उसकी मंशा के खिलाफ है, तो बहरहाल उसकी हम उसको लाइक नहीं करते। देखिए मैंने खुद ही तो आ गया, मैंने औरों से नहीं कहा कि आप बाहर जाइए, भाई मैं चला आया, मैं उसको लाइक नहीं करता, मेरे मजहब के खिलाफ है।
That was Shafiqur Rahman Bark, of course. That's one MP, one Muslim MP. Let's see what the common man really thinks of this controversy, or whether or not it's actually a controversy or not. These are some people we talked to.
I think he should be impeached and suspended from Parliament for breach of disregarding the Constitution. If he's so worried about his religion, then he should not aspire for any constitutional posts.
Is Constitution above religion? I don't think so.